Hey, I got one today.
All right.
You know the song "It's Raining Men"
Mm-hmm.
and "Let the Bodies Hit the Floor"?
Mm-hmm.
They're just written by two different perspectives.
That's very true. Very true. Hey, everybody, and welcome to Murder and Mystery in the South, Episode 3. I'm Justin Case.
I am Ella Blue, and today we have producer Slick Rick with us.
Hi.
He's a real talker.
English is my favorite.
Okay, so today we're going to be talking about the Nashville tanning bed murders.
Okay.
Sounds like something straight out of Final Destination.
Could be, you never know. This starts February 1996. Gail Chilton, she woke up from a vivid dream, a total nightmare. Her 18-year-old daughter Melissa had been murdered. It was so real and bothered her so much she called her husband Gary. He told her to drive to Murfreesboro to check on her. Melissa, their firstborn, was in her second semester at MTSU. She had just graduated last year from Gordonsville High School near Carthage, Tennessee, where she was a cheerleader. She was majoring in psychology. After finishing with her real estate class, she would do just that. She would surprise Melissa showing up at her dorm. But
So Mom's heading to Murfreesboro.
yeah,
Got it.
and the two went out to dinner. Melissa asked her mom why she had come down, and Gail told her about her dream. Melissa tried to comfort her, telling her everything's fine, she's all right. Gail told her that no, she isn't. Something is wrong, and she had a bad feeling. 1 week later, on February 22nd, Gail was having a late lunch with a friend at Chili's on the West End when her pager went off. When she called home, her son answered the phone and then handed it off to her neighbor, who also happened to be the sheriff of Smith County. He told her something had happened to Melissa and that she needed to call the Metro PD chaplain.
See, Mama tried and she didn't listen.
Yeah, mamas know. We've got like juju patrol going on. We know when stuff happens.
Juju Patrol.
Juju patrol.
What the hell is Juju
Juju
Patrol?
Patrol?
I was going to say 6 cents, but
Yeah, I like
from
mine
now
better.
on it's Juju Patrol.
Juju Patrol. Alright.
So when she called, she was told to meet him and her husband at Memorial Hospital, where Gary worked as an RN. Gary is the husband. When she arrived, she found the chaplain standing next to a grief-stricken Gary. When the chaplain told her that her daughter Melissa and a co-worker had been stabbed and killed, she told him they had the wrong girl. Melissa wasn't in Nashville. She was in Murfreesboro at school. The chaplain explained that she had been identified by the owner of the business. Confused,
Melissa lied. People
Yeah.
died.
Confused, she asked what business she was talking about. It was an exotic tanning salon for men at 1805 Church Street.
What the hell is an exotic tanning salon?
And why is a teenager there?
Well, she wasn't, I mean, she's a teenager, yes, but she was of age because she was in college. So,
Wait. I still want to know what an exotic
Yeah, I
tanning
gotta know.
salon is.
we are going to get into this.
All right.
I'm
So,
about to look up the definition of exotic.
Tanner.
Gail's friend had just driven them by there. She just knew they had the wrong parents and told him that they needed to find that little girl's parents so they could get to her. Gail's friend had taken Church Street to get to the interstate faster when they passed the building. There were police cars everywhere, yellow tape everywhere. Her friends asked if she thought it had anything to do with Melissa. Gail just said to just keep driving. This felt like a double blow to Gary and Gail. They found out their little girl worked at a tanning salon owned by a seedy business called Private Moments, and then finding out she had been murdered. Exotic, EXXXOTIC, was a front for one of the many adult entertainment businesses in Nashville at the time.
So she was a hand operator?
Duties often include dancing for the customers.
Duty.
Skiing.
Skiing?
What do you do when you ski?
Who said anything about skiing?
What do you do when you ski?
She working them poles.
Oh, okay. Okay. But I'm bumped. Y'all are awful. Metro spokesman Don Aaron said the last check-in at the salon was 11 a.m. No one answered the phone starting at 12 p.m., and the owner was called by clients upset and wanting to know what was going on.
Oh, they were mad they couldn't get their handies, huh?
Their exotic tan going on.
Good Lord.
He arrived at the salon just after 2 p.m., where he found Melissa and another girl, Tiffany Campbell, laying in pools of blood in the laundry room. The girls had been stabbed a total of 100 times. No murder weapon was found, and the killer had unplugged the surveillance camera, taken the VCR, a safe, and both girls' identifications with him. First responders contaminated the crime scene by walking through the blood to render aid to the girls. In the beginning, police had a long list of suspects due to the nature of the business.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, there were rumors of problems with customers.
Sleazy 1, Sleazy 2, Sleazy
Yeah.
3.
Don't girls normally like charge a hell of a lot more for you to actually get a stab at them?
God.
No, just me? Alright.
Ba-doom.
Okay. The theory was, since there were...
I loved the loading symbol that showed up on your forehead
Yeah,
there.
that was an audible
when you
click
said
you
that.
got that one.
Shut up. The blonde is showing. Okay. The theory was, since they were not found in the entertainment area, and because you had to be buzzed through a locked door to get to the laundry room, at least one of the girls knew the killer. That it was a crime of passion due to the violence of the stabbing.
There's some overkill there.
Yeah, 100 times. I don't know.
That's a lot.
Gail couldn't believe she didn't know about her daughter's employment. Friends of Melissa's that knew her...
Because that's what you tell your mom.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Mom.
Oh,
I'm
happy
gonna-
Thanksgiving. By the way, I give happy endings at a seedy...
Or I dance for men.
exotic
Yeah.
tanning salon.
I go skiing 5 days a week.
So, friends of
Could be an
Melissa's...
instructor right now.
Yeah. Friends of Melissa's that knew what she was doing told Gail she hated it and had decided to quit. Melissa's roommate told her mom that she had wanted to tell her the night that she came to Murfreesboro, but decided not to since she was quitting. Tiffany was also quitting. She and the owner had fought the night before, and she was done. She was going to get her GED and make a better life for herself. Dozens of suspects were questioned, including serial killer Paul Dennis Reed. But the case went cold. That is until 2013, when Cold Case Sergeant Pat Postiglione... Is it Postiglione or Postiglione?
Postiglione.
Yeah. Cold Case Sergeant Pat Postiglione and
Cold
Detective...
case sergeant. Pata.
Pat Postiglione
There you go.
Yeah, what she said.
and Detective Danny Satterfield were on the case. After a number of interviews and scientific evidence were gathered, an indictment was issued to Patrick Streeter for 2 counts of first-degree murder. Patrick, who was in California prison serving for charges of home invasion, had been interviewed on several occasions while incarcerated. It would be 2015 before Streeter would be extradited to Tennessee to face trial. California made him finish his 14-year sentence first.
At least I did something right, I guess.
Yeah.
Hey, even a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while.
Yeah, no kidding.
After the hearing, Deborah Edmonds, the mother of Tiffany Campbell, told Gail she couldn't take much more. And this turned out to be true. She passed away in 2016. But Gail promised her that she would continue to advocate for their daughters. During a pretrial hearing in March of 2017, an incarcerated man by the name of Quentin Hughes testified that his cousin, David Ewing, confessed to killing Tiffany, but not Melissa.
And in
Today, Junior.
Sometimes my brain buffers.
I
It takes
promise
me a
we'll
minute.
edit this part out.
I don't promise shit.
That's Slick Rick for you right there.
Yeah. After witnessing Ewing killing another person in 1998, Hughes asked him how he could do that with no remorse. That's when Ewing told him he indeed murdered Tiffany, who was an ex-girlfriend, but made no mention of Melissa. Ewing was convicted of the other murder, but died in a car wreck in 2014. So Streeter continued to sit in jail until 2018. This is when the case became more difficult for the district attorney's office.
Wait, who died in the car wreck?
This was the Ewing guy.
The informant?
Yeah. This is the guy named Quentin Hughes testified that his cousin David Ewing confessed to killing Tiffany.
Ah, okay.
Ewing was the one that died in the car wreck.
Got it.
So, Strader, S-T-R-E-A-T-E-R, Strader, continued to sit in jail until 2018. And this is when the case became more difficult for the district attorney's office.
Because it was so easy up until now?
Yeah, sounds like it.
Great.
5 years after his official arrest for the murder, the state announced they would be dropping the case against Patrick Strader. The district attorney's office stated after more scientific testing and DNA analysis, it would not be appropriate to take this matter to trial. After the DA's announcement, Metro PD spokesperson said they had full and absolute confidence in the investigation that has taken place over all these years.
So wait, because of the DNA evidence and what I'm sure was a petri dish behind a locked door.
Well, and I mean, they also already said, too, that the paramedics contaminated the crime scene.
Right, that's not the petri dish.
I know,
part
but I'm saying you've got that, and you've had other people coming in, walking through the crime scene, so
they were
contaminated.
coming in there.
Shut
all
up.
right.
Hopefully not during the crime scene.
I don't know. Hold on, Ella's loading.
I lost my place here. Okay.
She's a visual thinker.
The announcement does not end the investigation, which remains open and active. Strader, his mother Patricia Strader McFadden, maintained his innocence all those years. She said when her son was first indicted, he broke down and cried. She said to just imagine being accused of something you know you didn't do. Kyle...
Why'd you tell your cousin you did it?
No, this isn't the same guy.
What?
This is...
I'm so lost.
Something's happening in here.
This is the guy that
What
they had gone to California and interviewed a lot. I threw that in there because
that was the guy that died in the car.
no, that was
No,
another
that was
guy
your
that
cousin.
confessed to his cousin. His cousin just was telling you that there were other people that were interviewed besides this Strader guy.
So the cousin of the guy that died in the car wreck said the dude that died in the car wreck said he killed her.
Killed one of them, killed Tiffany, but not Melissa. So, I mean, that doesn't make sense unless somebody else was there.
So the Strader guy from California.
Has just been interviewed. We haven't heard anything that he has said.
All right, here we go.
Yep.
Roll on.
So, she said, just imagine being accused of something you know you didn't do. And Kyle Mothershead, Strader's attorney, said it never was a strong case and only because became weaker over time. He did give kudos to the DA's office for actually taking time to have the best testing available done before taking the case to trial. When questioned on her feelings of the announcement, Gail said hope was not lost. She knows it will be solved one day. She still has faith. 2 days short of the 17th anniversary of the murders, Gail stood in front of 1805 Church Street and faced the entrance to the back alley. The tanning salon is long gone, but the memories are still there. She talks to Melissa. She told her daughter she will never give up. One day she will face her daughter's murderer and justice will be served. Even though the case remains open, even though the killer has not been brought to justice, Gail tried to bring some good from this tragedy. About a year after the murders, she contacted Chris Farrell, a Metro Council member. She wanted to find a way to protect other girls in the industry. She wanted them to be safe, and a citywide crackdown on the unregulated, unlicensed, and unnoticed massage parlors and salons, like where her daughter was viciously murdered, began. Nashville's sexually oriented business ordinance was beginning.
Oh, they cracked down on that stuff hard. I remember when that happened.
And after years of legalities, it took effect in 2006. It limits contacts with dancers to 3 foot. You cannot be closer than 3 foot to a dancer.
When you first said that, I thought you could only touch a girl if she was below 3 feet. I was like,
It's not a midget club.
I would not put it past
Sorry.
Nashville.
Sorry, little person club.
Yeah. Dancers have to register with the city now and also have to go through a criminal background check and be fingerprinted. So you want to shake your booty, you got to, I mean, it's a bunch of stuff you have to go through to do that in Nashville.
Whatever they got to do to make sure they're safe.
Yeah. So one of Nashville's most notorious and elusive murders remains unsolved. The DA's office has said there are numerous witnesses that could come forward if they only would.
My question is, what was the evidence they were testing?
I'm wondering if maybe, like, if it was such a vicious stabbing, if their hand went past the hill of the knife
Cut
and
themselves.
cut themselves. Or maybe just so into it, spitting, not realizing it.
Oh, it's possible.
Yeah.
So they possibly have DNA of this killer, but no match.
Right,
Possibly. We don't know for sure.
right.
It's probably too, like, diluted because all the other blood that was on the crime scene, if his hand did slip past the hill.
Well, Nashville Crime Stoppers, Metro's Crime Stoppers, has said that if anyone has information on the murders, Metro Crime Stoppers asks that you call. You can make an anonymous call. It's 615-74-CRIME, 615-742-7463. And as of 2017, the reward for information leading to an arrest is $70,000.
If you know anything, call and tell them.
So, okay, give my thoughts. Grr, I'm mad. One girl gets lots of attention, lots of media attention, and the other girl barely gets mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's garbage.
Well, I will say this, if you take anything away from this episode, ladies, regardless of what your profession is, and I don't care what it is, everybody's got to make money. Hey, if you got the assets,
Use them.
use it. That doesn't bother me one bit. Hell, I applaud it. Protect yourselves. All right? Carry something. Don't walk to the car alone. Don't be in a situation where something like this can happen to you.
It's scary. You can't even really go anywhere after dark at night, or after dark anymore.
No, and you think this happened, 96?
1996.
And everything's just crazier now. Protect yourselves.
And keep your head on a swivel.
Well, thank you guys for hanging out with us and listening to this story today. Don't forget, we upload on Mondays and Thursdays. And see you next time.
Y'all come back now, you hear?